Hello, my name is Liam van Dreumel, and today I will show you a short update of the current iteration of the DATUM tool. DATUM stands for Data Annotation, Transformation and Unified Mapping. This tool is currently developed to create an ETL pipeline from where a user can upload their unstructured data, which then will then be structured and transformed into RDF data. It will be metadata enhanced and then sent into an Lego Graph server, for which then queries can be run. So I'll first show you a bit of the architecture, so we kind of exactly know what we're looking at. If you look at the bottom, you see the user, and this will be the data uploader, the user of the tool. Um, they will have their unstructured data, and they will uh, use this web-based tool to upload the data, which will then be properly structured. And when it's structured, it will go through the CDM, which has defined the RDF structure that will be used. Um, and then it will properly be fit into that CDM structure, and it will be transformed into RDF data. And specifically, it's a turtle format. So when that is done, you have the option to enrich the data with some metadata. The current plan is it's not yet implemented, but the plan is to use an LLM solution that will find the appropriate ontologies and vocabulary online and will um, add it to the data. This is something that I worked on with a previous tool from which the data has been pulled. So this is really you could say an updated version, a new iteration. But that function itself is not yet implemented, so will be implemented later. For now, what we can do is go to the next step, and that is to export the data. I have included an API to a Lego graph, which will then push the data that you've created, this RDF data, into the Lego graph server. So this is the whole structure as it is working now, except for the metadata part. That one is not yet implemented. The other parts are all there. So I will now show you how that works. So here we have the browse application, which you could just run in your browser. If we are on the home page, we can immediately click start. And now we have the option of three types of upload. You can upload a file. So this could be, for example, an Excel file that has your data. You could also input a URL, which could have some data on there. Or lastly, you can simply enter plain text. For this tutorial, I will show you the plain text example. So here I have um, a small bit of information. I will copy and paste it. It will make more sense what the information is exactly once it's fully put into a Lego graph. But for now, I'll put it here in the text box and I'll upload it. Then I will show you the results page. So we'll show you for each upload type what you have uploaded. In this case, we only uploaded the text input. And then you can see how it's been transformed into an RDF schema. So we go to the next step. The metadata part, as I mentioned, it's not yet implemented. So for now, we will skip this and go to the next part, which is the Lego graph server. Lego upload. So here I have a simple server that I made. Here I create a datum repository. As you can see, this is currently zero statement. It's empty. So let's see if we try to push the RDF that we just created. We click the button and we'll go to the server. We'll just let it think for a moment. And here you see now we have 11 statements. So let's run a quick query. And there you go. Here we now have our 11 rows shown. And we can use graph to give this a visual presentation. So let's see. We'll run the query. We have again the same 11 results, and now you visualize it. So what we see here is a case number. In this case, it is about sexual violence. So this case number represents one case of one person. In this case, as you can see, they were sexually assaulted. We can see the injuries when it happened. Um, Also the place, in this case it's Khartoum, which we know is a place, as that has been defined in the RDF schema. And also the perpetrators. We see group of soldiers, which are the perpetrators. So this is a short and simple example of a small CDM that I made myself. The next step will be to implement the bigger CDMs that we are working on, and then we can hopefully get an even better and more representative data to visualize and to query. But I think this shows a good example of how far the current state is, how you go from the beginning, you have your data, all the way to have the data stored in a data repository that also features some querying possibilities. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was interesting. Um, and if you have any questions, you can reach me. So thank you.